Dopamine is a chemical that is naturally released from the nerve cells in the brain. It acts upon the cells in the brain to produce a wide range of different effects. One of its functions is to make you feel good after performing a certain activity. Now, this good feeling is what keeps you coming back for more, to go and perform that activity time and time again. That's why when we talk about dopamine, we also tend to talk about addiction so much. For some reason, the majority of society wants to feel good, and not only feel good, but feel good all the time. It's just like that candy store that opened up down the road, and everyone and all these kids and all these people are entering just for that sweet treat, also known as sugar. Well, from the outside, it's bright, it's colorful, and some could even say innocent, right? Well, I'll tell you the truth. It shouldn't be treated as any different from a drug. Yes, drugs. Now, certain drugs, such as caffeine, are not as harmful to us because of a concept called moderation. I'm sure you'll have heard the saying, too much of anything can be bad. Well, why don't we adopt this mindset towards dopamine? My name's Michael Knight, and I used to be a bumbling idiot who had no direction, was confused, and just allowed society to steer me off into any direction that it saw fit. I had no real identity. Okay, a lot of the things that I did because I saw other people doing them, or because I wanted to look cool, okay? Whatever the fuck that means. And it did take me some time to turn into this productive and driven G you see stood before you right now. You know, it took me time to work on my face and to make myself look more presentable, okay? To sort out my hair, to sort out my facial hair, my physique, okay? I don't really want to go into physique too much in this video, okay? But the main thing I want to bring to your attention is how you are moderating your intake of dopamine. Now, today, dopamine is truly everywhere. It is everywhere, okay? But you can cut down on how much dopamine you consume, and it is very important that you do so. If you are somebody who has a specific goal in mind, okay, you know where you want to be, you know, you might not know how to get there, which is why people like me are here to sort of help you and provide little droplets into the river that is going to take you to where you want to go. I love analogies, if you couldn't tell, right? What you must understand is the way you start and end your days is very, very crucial, okay? A lot of people decide that dopamine is going to be their breakfast, lunch, and dinner, okay? It's going to be what they consume at the start of the day and at the end of the day. I am here to tell you that you need to cut it out, okay? No dopamine 1 hour after waking up. No dopamine 1 hour after or before you sleep. I don't know, this just turned off and it just ruined my train of thought. Anyway, we're going to continue. Put that phone away. It is the phones and the screens, the devices that keep you up, the blue light radiating at your eyes. This is what I'm talking about. You need to cut it out, okay? This is literally taking away from your drive. It's taken away from your sense of self-actualization, your potential of who you actually could be, okay? Because you're not living in reality. You're living through your TikTok feed, vicariously through someone else, whoever you're viewing online, okay? Even to some of you, the time at which you're watching this video right now, I would argue, turn it off, bro. You don't need to watch me right now. I will still be here in the next day, you know? Nah, I'm only joking. Continue watching, bro. In the mornings, what I like to do is I'll either read early in the morning, okay, or I'll meditate. Now, I always meditate in the mornings, but sometimes I like to do either or. So I'll meditate or I'll read, okay, and these can either span from between 5 to 30 minutes every morning. That's what I do. Now, this might sound crazy to you. Meditation, why would I do that? Reading, I haven't read a book since college, or, you know, whatever the case may be for you. I'm telling you, look, if you know that you are somebody who wants bigger and better things out of life, you want to do things that only the top 5% of people really grow out to do, then you naturally need to do the things that are not of average behavior. You need to do the things that average people, the normal people of society, are not doing. Do you not understand this? After my meditation session, I'll get down on the floor and I might do some push-ups, I might do some sit-ups, just some sort of physical activity to, chemically boost the neurons, okay, and have me feeling alert and awake and sharp and quick and ready to bounce and do whatever I need to do within the day. This helps keep me, not only does it keep me calm and focused, but it keeps me driven and alert. Okay, I'm ready to conquer the day. I'm ready to smash out targets and just be better than I was the previous day. It's all about a state of mind, first of all, right? Today I woke up at around 5:40 a.m. in the morning. Now that's exceptionally early, right? I don't usually wake up that early. Right now it's about it's just gone past 8, okay? And I've just been working ever since. After the couple little tasks that I've done, I've just been working, okay? And I'm here, I'm making this video. This is part of my ascension as a person. This is part of me getting to where I want to be in the next 5 years. I have to do what I'm doing right now. A lot of what you're doing in your morning and in your evenings before you sleep has nothing to do with the person you want to be, with the person you will be at a certain point in time. You need to understand this, because the more things that you do that are in line with where you are going, it makes it more natural. It makes it more likely for you to meet the criteria. It makes it more natural and more likely for you to get to where you are wanting to go. One of the best things Apple has actually done, and I say Apple because I'm an iPhone user, for their users, is actually integrate systems within the settings app that you can use to actually cut down on how often or how long you spend on certain apps. I believe you can actually set app limits to the point where you can only use a certain app so many times within that day, okay? But I know one for sure, you should use the app limits within the settings. Like literally right now, if you go into your phone, okay, or your other phone, or what I'm trying to say is, don't cut off this video just yet, okay? Hear me out first, okay? If you go into your settings and you scroll and you go to screen time, from there you can actually set a certain amount of time that you will use a certain app for. Okay, let's just say TikTok. You may use TikTok for 2 hours, 3 hours a day. If you want to cut that down to just 1 hour, you can literally set a limit for TikTok specifically to say, I only want to use this app for 1 hour during this day. And naturally, you're going to reduce your screen time. You're going to reduce how much dopamine you are extracting from this app. And it's that easy. It's like, thank you, Steve Jobs. Thank you for solving 5% of the issues that all your iPhone users have, which is the fact that they just can't put the phone down and all these apps is just taking over their brains. Like, thank you so much, bro. Like, yeah. As a young person in 2025, and I specify a young person because, well, we've grown up around technology and we're the largest users of many of the devices that come out nowadays, okay? But one thing I want you to understand is your neurotransmitters are most definitely fried, okay? Deep fried, just like the McDonald's slop your friends went to eat last week. I don't know why you would do such a thing, bro, right? The truth is, when you fry your neurons, okay, and when you allow yourself to be subject to so much dopamine consumption over a long span of time, what happens is you tend to sort of disassociate and you fall back and you lose this connection with reality. Not only do you lose connection from reality, but you also lose connection from yourself and who you are. This is actually one of my favorite points to talk about whenever I'm mentioning dopamine and talking about how to free your mind, really. When you go on this journey and you start to cut out dopamine, and I'm sorry, I've said dopamine so many times, I feel like I'm going crazy, okay? But when you're on this journey, right, and you're serious about making change, okay, and you're reducing your screen time to only 4 hours per day, you're actually being productive. You're doing things that provide meaning to your life. You're doing things that today, it may not even seem so you're thinking to yourself, well, why am I really even doing this? But it's because you're doing it for your future self. You understand? The more things we do for our future selves, the better. Okay. Once you start to sleep a little earlier, you start to eat better, you start to, again, cut out dopamine. You start to change and divert the pathway that your life was currently on. Something special starts to happen. Everyday tasks and everyday experiences start to become so much more invigorating. Simply drinking your cup of tea or your bottle of water, going on a walk, okay, speaking to the people you've spoken to for the same 10 years of your life now feel like great missions, great accomplishments. You start feeling charged. I want to say emotionally charged. You start feeling an energy shift. Your vibration skyrockets, okay? Every little thing that you do now, after cutting out mindless content, starts to become more natural. You start realizing that there is so much beauty within life that you have missed out on because of these devices that have been shoved into your face. Every night before I wake up, I can't wait for the next day. I can't wait to wake up and meditate and read and do my push-ups and post to my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, by the way, Michael99 underscore or _9. I'll put it in the description anyway. Follow me. I can't wait to live that lifestyle. I can't wait to be who I am. You know, do you wake up and you're exhilarated? You can't wait to do what you did that previous day. Do you wake up and you're happy and you know that you're doing something that provides you with fulfillment? You're living a life that is within alignment to where you want to be, who you want to be, and where you want to go. Is that your life? Is that how you're living right now? If that's not how you're living, then things need to change, bro. Things need to change. You need to start understanding you are in charge of your own life. You're the only one who is responsible, okay, for the things that happen within your life. You need to come to terms with that. It is 2025, okay, and so much time has gone by for you to feel as though it's someone else's fault. Accountability is lost in this generation. And if it takes me to say it, then so be it, okay? Grow up, grow a pair of balls, bro, because no one's coming to save you. However, yeah, as I was saying though, can you just imagine looking forward to doing the work? Like the work is a treat, the work is a gift for you, and you look forward to accomplishing it. Once you reach that level, bro, just picture an aeroplane, you know, literally. Once you reach that level, there's no stopping you. Life is truly so beautiful, bro. And it saddens me that so many of you can't see that, because all you can see is your TikTok, Instagram reel algorithm. Like, come on, bro. There's so much more to life than the things you're mindlessly entertaining, okay? The influences that you're mindlessly living through. There was a lot to take in from this video, and I hope I've helped one or more of you in your pathway to self-actualization, right? Stay away from dopamine. And it's been a pleasure, honestly, guys. I'm having to end the video off here. I hope you can tap a few things in the description, okay? Follow me on my socials. That's where you'll see a lot more of me. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys later.